Thanks for tuning into our channel. This morning we're going to talk a little bit about the different types of shutters. So we have customers call in all the time and ask us what's the best type of shutter, the different types of shutters, so we're going to run you through that. And there's basically three types of shutters. There's a vinyl shutter or a plastic shutter, a poly shutter, and a wood shutter. We don't sell the vinyl shutters, so I will show you that first. This is a sample of a vinyl shutter. So this would be a hollow louver. And sometimes there would be supports down the center just to kind of give it a little more rigidity. And then it's typically just a little plastic cap that goes in. So that type of shutter, number one, it's going to be more prone to warp. It's a hollow shutter, so it's not going to close as tight. It's not going to insulate as good. So we don't carry that type of product, but it is available. It's a very budget-minded shutter, but it doesn't really have the lifespan. Typically, it's a 1 or 2 year warranty, sometimes maybe a 5. Everything we sell has a lifetime warranty. So the next type of shutter I'll run you through is what's called a poly shutter. Now a poly shutter, as you see, is a solid core shutter, so it's not a hollow louver or hollow style or anything like that. It's actually extruded. So it's extruded with the poly coating on there. It's not applied after. It comes out as one piece. And the benefit of this is, number one, it's a solid core, so it's a very good insulator. It will not warp, yellow, crack, peel, fade, or anything for as long as you have it. So there's a bunch of options available, and I'll run you through those as soon as we're done with the last type of shutter. So the third shutter would be a wood shutter. Wood shutters are typically done in stained finishes like this right here. So you can, however, do a wood shutter in a painted finish, such as an off-white or a bright white or anything like that. Typically, though, the reason we sell wood shutters is to go to a stain. With the benefits of poly shutters these days, there's not many people actually want to pay a little more for wood when it actually doesn't hold up as good as a poly shutter. So with either shutter, poly or wood though, you do have a bunch of options available. I'm not going to concentrate on any one too much, so I'll just run you through the basics. So first thing is, whether you do wood or poly, you'll get to pick your louver size. So these here, some people call them blades, but these are called louvers. So you actually have the 3.5 available, and then the 4.5. So the difference is, basically, you'll get a lot more light through a 4.5-inch louver, and believe it or not, there's fewer louvers to clean, which people don't think about that, but when you're actually cleaning a whole house full of shutters, that really adds up, and does let you get your hand through the slats easier to clean. Also, if you have a window that slides behind the shutter, and you might have a piece of furniture obstructing the actual door from opening, the 4.5 will actually let you reach through and unlock the window and slide it over, which is a lot easier to actually do than having to move the chairs and get behind the shutter and so forth. The last louver size, we have a little sample right over here, is actually a 2.5-inch louver. So this one here, this would be the smallest size. Not too many windows do we do in this size here. Usually maybe a teeny bathroom window or something like that, but typically most people these days are going for a little bit more view and a little bit more light, and that would be again back to the 3.5 or 4.5. And that kind of depends on the size of your window. If you had a short window here, you know, some people think this might be a little bulky to do the 4.5. So usually taller windows is when people go to this, or this one here is still popular as well. Okay? Also your tilt rod options. So you have a few different options. This is a traditional tilt rod down the center. This would actually just operate all the louvers together. Just grab the tilt rod and tilt it and they all turn. If you wanted to, you could go over here. This shutter here has both on it. This is called a hidden or an invisible tilt rod. There's a couple different variations of that. I'm not going to concentrate on that today, just kind of showing you the difference though. You can do this, so if you don't want the rod down the middle, again, focusing on view, less obstructed without the tilt rod. So that's a very popular option that we sell. Another option is you can do, actually right here on the shutter it's shown, a divider rail. So if you want the top and the bottom of the shutter to operate separately, just like on the one we're looking at over there, you can do that. And this will actually let you tilt in the morning, say you're getting ready in the bedroom or the kitchen, front of the house, you're having breakfast or whatever. You can open this and get some light through and kind of see out, and then keep the bottom closed for privacy. So that's a very popular option that we do as well. The one I'm standing in front of, this is for a patio door. This would be, say, if you have a sliding glass door. You can actually slide the shutter just like the door does. There's a track integrated at the bottom of the shutter, which will actually let you have the shutters open and close without anything being mounted on the floor. Very popular option. So again, that's kind of, well, one other thing we'll talk about, whether you do poly shutters or wood shutters. This is actually a poly shutter. This is a wood, so you can do specialty shapes in either one as well. Okay? And there's different hardware colors available, of course. Different framing styles. You can do something a little more decorative, something a little more classic or modern, or you can do something actually over here. You'll see we have a larger decorative frame. And there's different mounts inside, outside, semi-inside, and so forth, and we can talk about that in future videos. But to review the different types of shutters, or the best shutters, first shutter would be vinyl or plastic, not recommended by us at least. For a quality premium shutter, we suggest going with a true poly shutter. If you're looking for a stained finish, that's when we typically go to the woods, and then you just pick your options, build your shutters from there. If you have any questions, hit the link at the bottom, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.